Today, our champion, Rick Bourassa of Pepperell, Massachusetts, faces the challenge of John Czernicki of Webster, Massachusetts, on Candlepin Bowling. Hi, everyone. Welcome once again to Candlepin Bowling. I'm Don Gillis, always speaking for the whole crew, though, when I say we're sure glad that you chose to join us here at the fairway in Natick, Massachusetts. It's 3 strings of Candlepin Bowling, total pinfall determining our winner. Now, each bowler will take home a permanent souvenir. These trophies are provided by Din Brothers of Boston and Holyoke, will be properly inscribed with the date and the results and so forth. Make a nice souvenir. And we have guaranteed prize money. $700 of that goes to the winner, $350 to the runner-up, $50 available to the winner of each string. Should they tie a string, they would each receive $50. There is a $50 gift certificate that comes from Rotman's Furniture of Worcester, and that will go to our marksman of the day, the bowler with the most marks. And one other thing, when a bowler wins 3 in a row, Bernie Rotman just gives us a certificate, which is good for the Rotman Shades, and the home viewer will also receive the same. Okay, let's talk to today's bowler, shall we? Hi, John.
How you doing?
Good to see you again.
Nice to be back.
Your brother, I guess, was in the same roll-off with Rick, is that correct? And,
Yeah.
And they each rolled in the 700.
Yeah, Betty had a 738.
And this guy came along. Well, I'll tell you, he's done very, very well. And you were doing a little practicing, too, the other day, and you, for a moment, were threatening your brother's 197, huh?
Yeah, I was going after the string. I had a mark in the last box. I threw 10 in a row, and I needed a 9 pins on it to tie him. I got 5 or 6, I guess. That was a 195.
Well, I'll tell you, on the basis of what he has done, rolling 2 consecutive 400s, and on the basis of your practice round, we might see something very special today, huh?
You never know.
And we also might not, too. That's the way it goes, huh? Rick, how do you feel about this going for 3 in a row, huh? Is it just the Shays Lounge? Of course it is, Bernie.
Of course. My wife says so.
Oh, okay. You've had orders already to bring it home. I see. Well, you're on a hot streak, and you know that this guy is very, very capable. And everybody out there and in here is hoping for a great big one. Good luck to both of you. We'll get underway right after this. Czernicki on the line. High single 211, high triple 455, average 124. Single pin to pick up. It's the king pin, and he has favorable wood. It's not right up against it, but it's about where the 2 would be. The wood went off to one side, the ball went off to the other. And the 5 pin, the king pin, is still there. No longer, now it's a 10. As long as we're talking about roll-off scores, John won his with a 669. And as you know, the roll-offs are 5 strings. Seven pin alone on the left-hand side, 4 horsemen plus the 5 and 9 on the right. And he got them all, yes. Piece of wood rolled up and knocked down the 10 pin as the wood came up against it. Rick Bourassa, high single 198, high triple 462, average 123. Half Worcester, right side, punching out the 3 and the 9. And a lob. He just has 2 pins so far, and make that 3. Tim Michelle is our lob line judge today, filling in for the vacationing Ralph Stewart. Four and 7 on the left, 10 pin over on the right, a couple of pieces of wood. One is perpendicular to the pit right in the middle. The other one is parallel and in front of the 10. He got the 10. Still has 4 and 7. Now John Czernicki comes up. He's working on a spare. Big 9. Five pieces of wood on the deck and one standing pin. That is the 8. Two spares in a row. One pin. The 2 pin. Four pins still standing. 1, 4, 7, and 9. It's an 8. Our defending champion, Rick Bourassa, comes up. Not quite. Looked like it was going to be a strike for a moment. But it has wood in front and wood behind it, which probably kept it from tumbling. It's a spare in the 3rd. Leaving 4 horsemen left side, and in back of that the 5 and 8. 4 and 7 still there. A 10. After 4 boxes, our challenger John Czernicki is leading 48-37. John Czernicki in the 5th box. Oh, baby, that was so close to a strike. Piece of wood came flying across. 7 pin is the only pin standing and just missed it. There is a piece of wood rolling, and that's what he's waiting for. Not that one, obviously. Well, you can see a corner of it there on that split screen. It's rolling away, and if it stops, and it has, he will fire. And he's got it. Thin hit. Spread eagle. Just 4. Leaving without wood, 2, 4, 7, 3, 6, 10. That one bounced off the football line and as a result went right between the 3 and the 10 and took out the 6. It's an 8. Now Rick Bourassa. Rick is in his 3rd week. As we mentioned, he is a meter reader for Littleton Light. 2 and 4 with wood in between. 6 pin alone over on the right. one more, and another. So it is a 9-box. Rick has 3 daughters, Sarah, Laura, and Amanda. And he also has a strike. John Czernicki, today's challenger. He's employed as a truck driver, and he has 1 daughter, Tara. Everything down except the 10. A piece of wood went up against it and rocked it. Tim Michel, again I said, is our lob line judge and referee today, went down to take a check on a piece of wood that was rolling a little bit out towards the deadwood line. It is just now rolled into the right gutter. So John will go after that 10. He's got it. Now moves to lane 3 after the spare on lane 2. Bill is 7, leaving 1, 2, and 10 with 1 piece of wood in the gutter and 1 just to the left of the 2-pin. Took out just the head pin. To 9. Brings up Rick Bourassa, working on a strike, our defending champion. First ball got him 7, and he left the 6 and 10 on the right, the 7-pin over on the left. For a moment it appeared it might go because a piece of wood rolled right up against it, but not quite hard enough to knock it down. He has 4 pieces of wood. 3 of them are closest to the 7, and another is over near the 6 and 10. Didn't get the reaction he wanted. Obviously, the 3 pins that were standing are still standing. Now they're all down for a 10. Al Giglio, as usual, keeping score on the electronic scoreboard. Keith Williams on the big board for the folks who are here, and Don Riley as our statistician and coordinator. 4 horsemen left side, 6 and 10 on the right, no wood to help. Right down the open space. It is a 7-box. I've already mentioned Tim Michel, who's filling in for Ralph Stewart. Phil Rubin is our producer and director. John Czernicki at the line. Just the 7-pin to pick up. 2 pieces of wood. One's off to the right. The other is rolling back toward the 7, but not quite to it. Yes, he has it. The folks who are bringing you the pictures today, so you can enjoy it: Jeff Sullivan, Ron Schindler, Bob Oliver, Skip Peabody, George Ellard in post-production videotape. That's our crew. Amazing. Same place as he did once before when he hit the 2-pin and took it out of there. This time he got a couple. Three 6-10 still standing. They're gone. A 118 opening string. His league average is 124. Now Rick Bourassa. One, 7, 9, 10, and one piece of wood over near the 7. Missed the object pin, so he got only the 7. Now he has 1, 9, 10. Oh! And he's got a funny little look on his face because it was an unusual way of making them. But the important thing is that they went down. And now he has a strike in the 10th, which brings him to an even 100 with 2 bonus balls. First bonus ball. Nope. 3. 4 horsemen left side. 5, 8, and 10. Almost pulled it off. Got a 9. Okay, we are at the end of the first string. Neither bowler hitting his average, as you can tell. $50 in bonus money going to John Czernicki, who is our challenger today, as he won the first 118 to 109. Our defending champion leads it off. Here is Rick Bourassa. He has a spare leave of the 4 and the 7, and he has 3 pieces of wood that are off to the right of it. You can tell by the crowd's reaction that he made it. This is the 3rd week for Rick, and in his 2 previous weeks, he has gone over 400. First bonus ball gets him 6 and leaves the 2, 4, 7, and 8. Got 2 of them. Four and 8. Got just the 4. 9 box. Now challenger John Czernicki. John looking at the 1, 3, and 7. Head pin still there. A 10. He punched out on the right-hand side the 3, the 6. He also got the 8 pin and the 4 pin out of there. Now, right down the spot where the 3 and the 9 had been. It's just 7. One pin separating our bowlers. It's early. Rick Bourassa now looking at the 1, 3, 9, and 10. with 2 pieces of wood, and the wood helped. So he has a spare in the 3rd to go with a spare and a 6 bill in the 1st box. And a strike. So a good start for our defending champion. 3 marks in the first 4 boxes of the middle string. Now the challenger, John Czernicki. And John put everything down except the 4-pin. And I mean everything. There's no wood to help. He'll have to go right after it. And he was all over it. Right down the middle. For most of us standing there, that thing would start to get slimmer and slimmer, the 1 pin. Okay, here is the bonus ball. Big 9. Once again, a single pin. This time it is the 7. Has to wait for some wood. It has stopped. It's about where the 5 would be, 2 pieces. Now he goes after that 7 pin, and he was all over that. So each bowler will have bonus balls to roll when we are coming back again after 4 boxes here in the middle string. In pins that are already down, 2 bonus balls. Yes, he gets a 9. So he has a single pin to pick up for another mark. Going for the 7. That caused quite a buzz because everybody figured, well, wow, what is he doing there? Did he completely let the ball go? Did he lose it? Because he had a single pin, and he also had wood, which was about where the 3-pin would be. And everybody was reacting when they saw the ball going there, but he hit the piece of wood, one of the 2, and it went over. Now, in addition to making $50 in bonus money for 3 marks in a row, he has a chance to make it 4. The 2 and the 4 back to back. That time it was a miss. He got the 4 but not the 2. That's for a 10. John Czernicki, you saw that 0 obviously meant that they were at a tie. Now John Czernicki comes up, and John adds 9 as a fill on his spare, and he has a chance for some bonus money. Tim Michel going down to get a piece of wood that is this side of the deadwood line. John taking a good look, getting up on his toes to take a check on, see how close the pin in front. Wow. It's a miss. And now it's a 10. So 65. And a 9-pin lead in completed frames for Rick Bourassa. John has a single pin. It's the 4-pin. Yes. Okay, spare in the 6th. Now Rick Bourassa, our defending champion. Yes. The reaction obviously was for a single pin that would make it a strike, and it was rocking gently, and then a little bit more, and a little bit more, and finally tumbled. And obviously, those of you who could see it know that, but I'm always doing the description for our blind friends who enjoy this program as long as I can let them know what's happening. They can hear the crowd that's here. They can hear the ball rolling. And if I tell them what's happening, they enjoy it a great deal. That's what they tell us in their letters. Still 2 pins standing. 7 and 8. He got them for a 10. And through 80s at 121, after rolling an opening 109, his league average is 123. Now John Czernicki is working on a spare. Here is the fill. And it was a lob. So that cost him 8 pins. He's resetting. That's a spare. Tim Michel, of course, is sitting right on the lob line. And now John comes back with a strike. 3 marks in a row and $50 in bonus money for John Czernicki. Rick Bourassa will be finishing up the middle string. He's already at 121. 1 pin, the 5 pin. It's all alone. And he was all over it for a spare. 131 plus. Here's the fill. 6. Tough lead. And the only wood that might have helped him just went into the gutter. He has side by side 4-5, and behind that 7-8. Got the 4 and the 8, and leaves the 7 pin. Fine 146, which makes up for his opening 109 and gets him back almost to his league average, which is 124. Now John Czernicki is looking at the 1, the 2, and the 7 with wood in between. And the second. 9 is the fill. And he has the head pin to pick up for a 10. That's it. 124 and a box to go. The 2 and the 7. 3 pieces of wood, but they're behind. He missed the 2 pin, hit a piece of wood, sent it over, and got the 7. $134. So $50 in bonus money to our defending champion Rick Bourassa, as he has won the middle string 146 to 134. Leads in the match by just 3, however, 255 to 252. 2 full spread eagle. No wood to help. 247, 3610. Just 1 pin that time, the 3. 7. Couple of back doors, and as a result of that, the right side 4 horseman is now down to 2, the 1 and the 3. That's it. Spare in the second. Our defending champion, Rick Bourassa, going for his 3rd consecutive victory. He has a spread eagle. Well, he got the 6-10 and the 4-7. The 2 and 3 are there just like goalposts. The left upright went down, but not the right. Now lane 3. One, 4, 7, 8, and would make that 5. It's the 5. It's the 5. Another 8. John Czernicki with the bonus ball. 7. 4, 5, 7, or if you prefer, the 5 and then the 4 and 7 to the left of it. Piece of wood near the 4 and the 7, another just to the right of the 5 pin. He used the wood to the right of the 5 pin, but got the 7 and left the 4. A 10. The 1, the 9, and the 10. And there's one piece of wood that's sort of to the left, near where the 4 would be. And nope, just the head pin. 9 and 10 still there. So it's a 9, and now as our defending champion Rick Bourassa comes up, he finds himself down by 4. Opposite a 10 right here. Strike. So anything over 4 as a fill puts him back in the lead. Okay, that's at 5. 4 horsemen left side, 9 pin, but he does have a piece of wood that could pick off the 9 pin. Oh, went too far left. Fill is 8. He has 2 pins, 1 and 9. It's a 10, and that's opposite a 9. Back in the lead now by 5. 6 boxes to go. Half Worcester left side. John Czernicki has just punched out 2 and 8. Same spot. The out was an 8. Left 2 pins. Left 1 and 7. Is it going to be a strike? Apparently not. 6 pin didn't go. Tim Michelle wants to take a check on the piece of wood, which is half in the right gutter and half on the deck. Spare in the 6th. That's just his second mark. Rick Bourassa has only 1, a strike in this 3rd string. Of course, he's running 2 boxes behind. One, 4, 7, 9, 10. 2 pieces of wood in front of the 4 and 7. Got the 4 and 7, but obviously was hoping that he could nick the head pin going by. It's an 8. That keeps it at 5 pins, his lead. Now he's opposite a spare by his challenger. All right, everything went down except the head pin and the 8 pin. So he has a great chance to pick up a spare opposite John Czernicki's spare. Nope, didn't get it. Got the head pin, but not the 8. And the wood was a roadblock, so it is a 9. Now, John Czernicki comes up. John made his first appearance on our program back in August of '83, and the last one was in '92 against Mike Morgan. Well, he got 6 as a fill, but he has no wood to help, and he's looking at the 1, the 2, and then the corners are full, 7 and 10. 1 and 2 out of there, but the corners are still full. Missed the 10. He didn't want to go for the 7 because there were 2 pieces of wood in the gutter right beside it. Piece of wood rolling back, and he has 3 pins. 1, 7, and 8 with wood. I couldn't tell whether from here whether that was the 1 or the 5, but anyway, all 3 of them went. The piece of wood was right across it. Spare in the 8. Rick Bourassa, is he going to get a strike? Yes. As a piece of rolling wood went over and got the 8 pin. He has 2 strikes in a row. Now, John Czernicki, who was leading by 2 after 6, has rolled an 8 and a spare, which he's going to try to fill right now, but he's opposite 2 strikes. Here's the fill, and he almost got a strike. 7 pins still standing, although it rocked back and forth. He chose to use the wood, and as a result, it went too much on a lateral plane, and he missed the 7. Now he picks it up for a 10. A strike for John Czernicki, and all he can think of is, I'm sure, the spare he missed in the 9th box. First ball gets him 5, leaving 4 horsemen right side and the 7 pin. Total is 7 of the fill. Now, Rick Bourassa, let's just say he has 2 strikes in a row. Here it goes. It's down the middle, but it's a spread eagle. So the fill is 14 on the first of his strikes. He got the left side. Needs a 119 to win. Let's see, 3 pins standing here, and he has 2 of them. It is a 9 box. 112 right now, and needing a 119. He has 7. And so, okay, 750 is the total. That's a good one. We have a lot of guesses in that vicinity, so maybe somebody is going to win the money, which is up to $850. But more important, when I draw the card, that person, along with Rick Bourassa, will win the Rotman chaise, the luxurious velvet recliner from Brookline. It has extra deep padding even under the legs, and it reclines just 2 inches from the wall. Rick has his. Now let's find out who is going to get the other. $750 is the total, also for $850. Let's go over this way. All right, this is the person who has also won a Rotman chaise lounge, and it comes from Malden, Massachusetts. And the person is David Rubin. And David's guess is $799, so that goes now to $900. All right, our high-low jackpot is up to $375. Rick, take a shot at it. Okay, John. No!
That's the way the day went.
That's the way the day went, huh? Okay, this is your little souvenir of your appearance here. Also, you know, you were the marksman of the day by 1, so you get a $50 gift certificate. All right, and let's see, you had $350, of course, for being runner-up, $100 in bonus money. And I think that the next to last box, you might remember
I'm going to remember a lot of boxes. I had a lot of small pills.
but that one.
I just want to say one thing. It's been a couple of years since my mother died and everything. You know, I wish I could have bowled a little bit better for her. But their birthdays was like 2 days before this is going to be shown. You know, and I just wanted to, you know, wish my father a happy birthday because their birthdays are on the same. But
That's nice of you. By golly, it's always good to see you here. All right. Here, this comes from Din Brothers for you, but the most important thing is this, which is your wife wouldn't forgive you if you didn't win that one. Okay. And Rick, you had, of course, $700 for winning, $150 in bonus money, and Bob Betancourt of Peabody will be challenging you next week.
Thank you, Don.
See you here. You too, right? Bye-bye, everybody.